Jade Cargill angrily responds to criticism from WWE fans. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most shocking and heated stories coming out of WWE. It's all about Jade Cargill, one of the most talked about, polarizing, and powerful women to step foot in the squared circle in recent years. From her days of dominance in AEW to her highly anticipated arrival in WWE, Jade has always carried herself like a larger-than-life superstar. She has the look, the charisma, the aura, and the athleticism to back it all up. But with that spotlight comes something else: the criticism, the backlash, and the harsh judgment from WWE fans who don't hold back their opinions. Recently, Jade Cargill made headlines, not because of an in-ring performance, but because she angrily responded to waves of criticism coming from WWE fans. Her words, her tone, and her message shocked a lot of people, while also igniting a fiery debate across the wrestling community. Why did Jade respond so angrily? What exactly did fans say that pushed her over the edge? And what does this mean for her career moving forward in WWE? Stick with us until the end, because we're going to break down Jade Cargill's WWE journey so far, the criticism she's faced, why her response made headlines, and how this entire situation could shape her future in wrestling. So, buckle up, because this one's going to be intense. When Jade Cargill first stepped into the WWE spotlight, fans were buzzing with anticipation. WWE had promoted her signing as a huge deal, with Triple H himself making statements about how big of a star Jade could become. After dominating AEW as their longest-reigning TBS champion, Jade came into WWE with high expectations. Her look is undeniable: tall, strong, athletic, and with an aura of confidence that instantly sets her apart. WWE doesn't find many talents like Jade. They knew she had crossover appeal, and that's why she was immediately positioned as a big deal. But with big hype comes big pressure. WWE fans, especially those who followed her from AEW, were quick to critique every little thing. Some fans praised her charisma and star power, while others were far more skeptical. They questioned her in-ring ability, her stamina in long matches, and whether she was ready for the level of competition in WWE's women's division. When Jade made her official WWE in-ring debut, the crowd's reaction was mixed. On one hand, fans cheered because they recognized her as a star. On the other hand, critics on social media were quick to dissect her performance, saying she still looked green and not polished compared to wrestlers like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, or Bayley. It wasn't just her wrestling style that fans commented on. Jade's interviews, promos, and even her presence online were put under a microscope. Fans accused her of being arrogant or full of herself, while others defended her by pointing out that confidence and swagger are part of her brand. This split reaction followed Jade in every appearance. WWE gave her big moments on TV, but each time, fans flooded social media with both love and hate. For Jade, who had already dealt with criticism in AEW, this wasn't new, but WWE's global platform magnified it to a whole new level. And that's when things started to boil over. So, what exactly were WWE fans criticizing Jade Cargill for? First, her in-ring ability. Wrestling fans can be extremely critical of performers who come across as unfinished or not polished. Jade has an incredible presence, but some fans argue her moveset feels limited, and that she struggles in matches that go longer than 10 minutes. Clips of her botched moves in AEW resurfaced, and critics claimed WWE fans would expose her weaknesses even more. Second, her push in WWE. Some fans believe WWE has fast-tracked Jade too quickly, giving her high-profile matches and big television segments without earning it. This same criticism has been aimed at other wrestlers in the past, like Roman Reigns in his early push, or even Ronda Rousey when she joined WWE. Third, her attitude online. Jade has always had a confident presence on Twitter and Instagram. She posts pictures of herself training, flexing, and living the superstar lifestyle. But some fans misinterpret that confidence as arrogance. Comments range from calling her cocky to saying she acts like she's already better than everyone else. And finally, there's the comparison to other WWE women. Fans constantly pit Jade against the four horsewomen, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Charlotte Flair, as well as newer stars like Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Whenever Jade got a big moment, fans would flood comment section saying things like, "She's no Bianca," or "Rhea would eat her alive." These criticisms piled up, and while Jade ignored a lot of them at first, eventually it became too much. She decided to speak out, and when she did, her response was fiery. Now, let's talk about Jade Cargill's response. On a recent live stream and later in social media posts, Jade lashed out at the constant negativity coming her way. She didn't hold back. According to Jade, she's tired of fans tearing her down before she even has the chance to fully prove herself in WWE. She started by addressing the criticism of her in-ring skills. Jade admitted she's not a finished product, but reminded fans that wrestling is a craft that takes years to perfect. She pointed out that legends like The Rock, Batista, and even John Cena didn't start as polished wrestlers, but their charisma and presence gave them the platform to grow into icons. Then Jade turned her attention to the constant comparisons with Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. She said she respects both women, but she is not trying to be them. She's Jade Cargill, and she's carving her own lane. Her exact words, "Stop comparing me to every other black woman in this business. I am Jade, not a copy of anybody else." That line sparked huge debates online, with some fans applauding her for speaking out against lazy comparisons, while others felt she was being too confrontational. Jade also clapped back at fans who accused her of arrogance. She said, "I worked too hard to dim my light just to make insecure people feel comfortable. If you don't like confidence, that's on you, not me." Her tone was unapologetic, fiery, and emotional. She made it clear she's proud of who she is and what she brings to the table. But it wasn't just anger. Jade also revealed how much the constant negativity has weighed on her. She admitted that she's human, and while she tries to brush off criticism, sometimes the hate gets overwhelming. She even said that there were days she questioned whether coming to WWE was the right move because of how harsh the fans can be. This was the first time Jade publicly opened up in this way. It showed vulnerability, but also fire. It was a message to fans. She's not going anywhere, and she refuses to let critics define her career. Her response went viral. Fans on social media debated every word. Some sided with Jade, praising her for standing up for herself. Others doubled down on their criticism, claiming her rant proved their point about her being too defensive. No matter where fans landed, one thing was clear. Jade's angry response had set the wrestling world on fire. Now the big question, how did WWE react to Jade Cargill's outburst? Behind the scenes, WWE officials reportedly had mixed feelings.